Hi friends, this is Brandy and I am back for another Stories Behind the Stamps. This time we've got 3 stamps for you and matching die options for all 3, and I can't wait to tell you more about them. These sets are perfect as we are transitioning seasons through spring and into the summer. At least here in Washington State we are, and I'm very happy. I've been missing the sun. But let's go ahead and get started. I've got a new leading lady for you this time. This is the binge watching lady, and I think that I'm not alone in feeling really connected to her, although what I'm binge watching is probably not the coolest thing that everyone else is binge watching. Full disclosure, I'm probably binge watching Murder, She Wrote, or maybe Frasier, something like that. But she is ready for all the best that sitting down and watching your favorite shows or movies has to offer, especially if you're doing it with friends, whether they're sitting right next to you and you've invited them to a party, or you're doing it across the miles, maybe texting as you watch. This lady is perfect for you. She's got a lot of fun accessories this time: a package of open gummy bears, a bowl of popcorn, and some little kernels. She has a spoon that's perfect for this little pint of ice cream. She has a drink. Maybe that's a milkshake. Maybe it's a smoothie. Maybe it's water. For me, it's iced sweet tea. That's something that I carried with me from my southern roots. She also has this little rose here that's perfect for her hand, a little nod for all of my friends who are obsessed with the Bachelor and Bachelorette. She also has these great little bunny slippers that you can put on her and maybe just keep close. I really adore those. And something to change the channel with. Obviously, she needs a remote if she's going to be watching for a while. She has some fun sentiments with her this time. Pajama party, binge mode, we're on the same channel. Of course, I'm still watching. If Netflix asks me that one more time, I don't know. Just one more. It's fun to watch with you. Cutest couch potato. She's going to win that award. It also actually looks cute on her t-shirt. OMG. I mean, these were the kind of marathons that, we love these kinds of marathons. We like to sit down and dig into our favorite shows and just kind of, for a little bit, just a little bit, quiet out the rest of the world. So the Binge Lady is new this release. We also, for something different, have the backyard party. It is constantly a party in my yard. There are animals everywhere, and I've got a puppy who wants to play with every single one of them. This set includes this little owl, raccoon, which we had climbing across our fence during the day the other day, so I feel kind of close to this raccoon now. A little chipmunk guy there. Could also be a squirrel. He's got little fat cheeks. He's been having that little acorn nut there. A snail, a little bunny rabbit, and then of course, because it's a party, they need some cake and accessories. So a few party hats and crowns, some cake, some ice cream, a cupcake, of course some little presents, or also some little flowers to give as a gift, and a balloon, and sentiments that you can use to make cards or tags like happy birthday to you, who's getting older, to go with that little owl there, a for and a you, which you can pair with others, or use on tags. I'll show you how I did that in just a minute. And of course, party animal. I had so much fun making this set, and I had way more fun using it. So in a minute, I'll show you what I've already made, but I think this is one that I'm going to be busting out quite a bit. And then I was lucky enough to get to add to the beautiful Mondo flower collection that Essentials by Ellen has in their shop. This one is the Mondo Wildflower set. So we've got kind of a cluster of wildflowers in the middle, and then some additional little flowers that you can stamp and kind of pop up and add to this, or maybe build from it. And sentiments like, I pick you, grow wild, bloom where you planted, and what a gift to see you grow. Wildflowers are so subjective depending on where you are, and if they're really wild, or if someone years ago planted something that's still blooming every year. For us where I live, that's the tulips. There's something really wild about how those little bulbs get dug up by animals, kind of moved around. We watch it all the time, watching squirrels kind of carry them over, and then they bloom again somewhere else. I love that wildlife they live, whether it's intentional or unintentional, and this set was absolutely inspired by that. And I've been using it on everything. So I'm excited about sharing that too. So these are the 3 sets. A lady, some wild animals, some wildflowers. Pretty much everything is wild but that leading lady this time. She's on the milder side. She's keeping it all tame. So let me share with you what I've made so far. With the leading lady set, I of course needed some simple cards to send to my friend. So I've got that cutest couch potato. She's got her little slippers on standby there. Her ice cream with a spoon already in it that she can hold in her hand. It's really fun coloring in these little floral pajama pants she's got on, little leggings of sort. And I did all of these with Copic markers, but I think I'm gonna bust out my color pencil soon because I really want to see how I can get that color going there. This girl has traded her ice cream for a bowl of popcorn. We're on the same channel, and I just used that OMG to kind of create a little pattern in the background there. It's more fun to watch with you. I was thinking about all of my friends that watch The Bachelor together and text back and forth. They do not text me because I don't understand what's going on, but I love that it connects them across the miles, and I was thinking about that when I created this card. And then one with just those pants, a pajama party of sorts. So I just kind of stamped and colored on there. I love taking pieces of the ladies too and highlighting it in different ways. It really stretches the set and provides some more fun for cards. Backyard party animals. Created some cards, but also some tags. I've been really into creating tags this year. I did one with the Mondo flower as well, but I'll show you this little series that I did using that party animal set. Actually, this one I used the leading lady set and just busted out some of those great little snack foods on it. I'm thinking it would be awesome to put on a gift for a friend where you're maybe giving them like a movie night. So, you know, a DVD and some popcorn, some other snacks. And then, of course, ones with those great little critters and some of the sweets and little party hats. Animals with party hats on. I know this is nothing new, but I just still crack up at the sight of it. This time I did not go ahead and put ribbons in advance, which I have been doing, and then realized I've been changing them out depending on the gift that I'm giving, so I'm trying not to do that as often. Save myself the step. Here's that raccoon again. Obviously, like I said, near and dear because we had one that visited us during the daytime. So he's got his little crown on and he's got his balloon. He's kind of sitting up on that little log that's part of the set. That's a sure party animal. And the little owl, who, the raccoon has a soft spot in my heart because of the one in our yard, but I really, really think that this owl might be my favorite. I just love the simplicity of him on this card front. And so, of course, I used him again, but this time going around the circle with that who's getting older sentiment and just a collection of those little accessories around the edge. So, really love those friends, and I'm already getting a lot of use, but I think I'll just continue to be using that quite a bit for both the adults and the children in my life. And then the flowers. I'm always in a flower phase in my personal creating. I feel like they just keep wandering back in, and so it was really fun to create the stamp, but it was more fun to play with it. This time I did a really basic, I colored the ink line in with Copic markers. I did add some of those like additional little touches here and popped them up. And this little stripe that's kind of offset in the back is from the pattern play set that works so well with the leading ladies. It's also such a great background set. I used that pattern play set again, but this time those little plus marks, and created just a simple stripe down one side with that grow wild sentiment and just kind of let the flower go off the edge a little bit. I love things that kind of go off the side of cards, both when they're trimmed to the edge and then like this one where I did watercolor, I trimmed my card back to be a little bit smaller so there was enough room for this to still fit into my envelope. I'm trying to send out as many of these that I make as possible, so it's important to me that they're practical. And then I just let that cut edge, that die cut edge, kind of hang over. And I really like the look of that. And then because I had my watercolors out, I'm still very much in a watercolor phase, I had some fun with him. So for this first one, I did this little tag, and this one I did add a ribbon to because I'm actually going to use this really soon for a gift. But I just played with color, these vibrant kind of fluorescent pinks and oranges that I had. and I just did this kind of blur loose color and then stamped over it again to get like a little bit of a cleaner line on some of those details, and I really love how that turned out. It's much more abstract, but I like that pop of color with that clean outline of the flowers and the leaves. For this one, I was thinking about this really beautiful tile inlay that I'd seen where some parts of the tile were full color and some were just a like black and white outline. And so to get that effect, I just kind of, I stamped out my circle, then I took all of my circle dies and cut different pieces out. So you can see this was a circle over here and here and here. And I went ahead and thought about, okay, do I want to color the middle or those extra circles? I decided on those extra circles would be kind of on the edge color, and I painted in just those and left that bottom the black and white. And then I added a little bit of foam to the colored pieces when I adhered them back together, kind of putting it back together like a puzzle, just so they'd pop a little bit more. And I really like the effect of it. It's just a little bit outside of the norm, and a fun way to play with the stamps and the paint a little bit more. So these are the cards that I've made so far. You can see that I am having a good time with it. I think that you will have a blast with these sets too. I can't wait to see the inspiration that comes out of creating with them, and I hope you enjoy using them as much as I do. Thanks so much, everyone.